Okay, so we're talking about tension in the body, and we're talking about the skeletal system, and chronologically as we age, the skeletal system just takes a pounding, whether you're hitting golf balls or working out with our strength equipment as we do, Robbie. And the problem that I see with all my athletes and clients is that with every chronological year, and sometimes it's not on an even year or an odd year, but sometimes they just start to have all these inflammatory states come up in their body, George. And the problem is strength coaches and professionals, how do we get them to learn how to subdue inflammation in the body so they can be consistent in their training and preparation to reach the goals and dreams that they've tried to get to? Well, the answer is yes, learning how to train properly, but equipping yourself with the right tools to be able to really downsize the amount of inflammatory states you have in the body. And, you know, at the Titleist Performance Institute, Greg Rose said something really brilliant. He said, for every decade you've been alive, so goes the amount of training time toward flexibility and mobility. Very important, but you can't do those things if your body's inflamed. I mean, I saw this guy when he competed in the Heritage, a PGA tournament. He qualified for it just shortly after he had surgery on his hands. And if you zoom in on his knuckles one time, you can see how much inflammation he still carries in there. So inflammation is going to shut your body down. Inflammation, whether it be in your back or your elbows or your shoulders or your hands, especially if you're a golfer, these are big time obstacles to get past. And we have to do that with learning how to get some blood flow and how to get that stimulation in there in order to be able to kinesthetically do what we need to do. So Robbie, you've seen a ton of injuries in your strength and conditioning, as have I. And we've been trying to work around those injuries, but it makes it a whole lot easier if we're using Tsunami bars. Will you talk about that a second?
Yeah, these Tsunami bar products in general, they were created out of those necessities to create comfort in your lifting process or your exercise process. The thermoplastic rubber that we use in the bars, it is very comfortable and easy on the hands. I used to lift with the steel bar before I started with the Tsunami bars, and I could not even hold a standard Olympic bar in my hands with 225 pounds on it, just to hold it, not to bench press it or do anything with it, but to hold it, because the pressure of the bar directly on the hands was just too intense. I started using the Tsunami bar materials, and all of that went away, from the double D handles to the level 3s, the level 1s, the level 5s, the light bar, the ultralight bar, right on down the line. And then with all the other products and the accessory products we have, including this elbow shoulder trainer, absolutely alleviate all of those problems that was associated with me with hand tension, elbow tension, shoulder tension, and even some pec problems that I've had with a little bit of rotator cuff issues transmitting down into my pectoral area, all alleviated with these products.
And I'm going to take it from here because I just left Dr. Fulton. And I said, what's going on with the steel? And you opened up this segment with inflammation.
Right.
All right, so what basically was happening with my hands in steel bar products, which usually, at least the ones I was probably wrongly using, the real skinny grips.
Right.
So I got a lot of contraction in my fingers,
right,
the tendons, and a lot of pressure, and they were aggravated. They're already in a tense state. So what was happening is tension in the grip right away caused further tension, which really shut down any transfer of energy and muscle contraction in the
right,
forearm and the bicep. Right. By using the Tsunami bar products, I did not, and this is the one that I started using, I did not have to grip tight to do any of the exercises. And recently, I just found, and I just started using the elbow shoulder trainer.
Right.
And I'm telling you right now, I've only used it, and I've used it slowly. I can't wait to learn how to use it from the best, from you guys, because I'm using it in, we call this what now, when I'm doing this?
That's an internal and external rotation.
And I know what this is called. This is vertical hinge from a golfer standpoint. The reason vertical hinge is so important is it actually keeps the club head on plane as it swings through space. You hinge your hands vertically as you swing on a rounded arc. And that's how everything stays in plane. So the vertical hinge in this exercise is absolutely critical to be able to use if you're going to develop your golf swing. And all I can tell you is, I went to Dave Fulton this morning. I said, hey, tell me what's going on. It's been 4-5 years since I've been able to do anything with my hands. The last 2 years at Tsunami Bar. You know what the best part is?
What?
They have the Tsunami Bar.
Wow,
That's awesome. That's awesome.